Hey guys, Roger Burnley, vocal coach here in Hollywood, California. I am going to talk about something I don't talk about an awful lot in my training or my programs, and that's breathing, for a lot of different reasons. Um, when I started out, the first thing that happened when I went to a coach, I went through so many of them, and so they said, "Oh, you're not breathing correctly." And I thought, okay, well, maybe that's a problem. That's why I can't sing. And so I would go through all these different things that they would show me to do. Some of them involved, lying on the floor, getting in touch with how I was breathing. I would tie a belt around my diaphragm so I could feel my breath. I mean, lots of different things. And there was value in all of them, but they weren't addressing my problem. And that's why I feel what happens with a lot of my clients too. Most times what's happening is that we're really cutting off our air. And so I always start with the place when I'm working with a client and working in my program, starting with the place for you understanding how you're creating the air and to stop doing things that would cut off, that would block your air. And typically that is from us pushing and tightening to try to get the air to come through, which we don't need. So anyway, after we have gotten to a place where we've worked with your body enough where you are not blocking yourself, meaning you're not pushing into things that are closing off your air, then we can start to talk about diaphragmatic support. So what you're going to do is take your breath, just take a really big breath. I can feel that as I'm taking that breath, it's coming in. I'm just exaggerating this right now. Brain coming in from my mouth. Taking this really big breath. Now, as I'm doing this, I kind of notice that my diaphragm here, and this is all the diaphragm, starts to, as I'm taking that really big breath, I notice that that diaphragm does start to come out. But what if I actually cheat that a little bit? Meaning I'm going to push out for it. No. Wow, I feel like I even have more air there because I've just kind of pushed out. I've taken that big breath in through my mouth, my nose, wherever. I'm just taking that big breath in. I can feel all this come out. Now I want to hold it though. So I've taken the big breath. What I was doing there is I'm feeling the air, I'm kind of pushing out, but I'm also kind of thinking down. Let me try to do it on a little tone maybe so you can get a sense of this. Oops, sorry. Hey, hey. Now I want that sound bigger at the end. Hey, hey. So I'm having that really conscious thought of taking that big breath, pushing out on my down. Hey, hey. I'm pushing out, have the breath still there. Hey. Now, the other, let me kind of blast you out a little bit. Because the other part we want, what about when we want to really belt? We want that big power. What I'm going to do now, I'm going to still do the same thing, but there's this little extra effort that I have. I kind of pull up through my crotch, and I feel this extra power that I have. Let me do a little bit of that for you. Hey, 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 but I'm actually feeling, hey, when I'm pushing out, I still feel where I have that air. Hey. Anyway, so you're going to find when you, if I know you guys are doing this, you're looking at other YouTube videos and you're finding everyone talking about how to breathe and the best things. You have to try it because you have different things going on for you. So you've got to find the thing that really works for what you've been doing. And what I mean by that is that there's typically something that all of us have been doing that has been stopping our air. So once we figure that out, get those habits out of the way, then we can start to control that air and we'll have plenty of it. All right. Play around with this, have fun with it, and please subscribe to the channel, share with your friends, leave your questions, and I'll see you next time.